Good morning.
Good morning. And Judge, just for the court's knowledge, I was out pretty much all last week and I haven't had the opportunity to confer with Ms. Ibarra. I was sick.
I can put you in a breakout room.
Thank you.
Mr. Saldivar, I do not see the jail here.
Okay, Jay, I'm gonna give him a call and see if they can put him on.
Okay.
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Dominguez, would you please begin the announcements?
Yes, sir. Corinne Dominguez for the department, Your Honor. Ready?
Investigation
Irene Acosta.
Supervisor Alexander Vanderbilt. Sorry. Ms. Leal, Supervisor.
I'm sorry. Alexander Vanderbilt, investigator supervisor, and then did somebody else say something?
Irene Acosta, attorney for the respondent mother, Elizabeth Ibarra. I'm ready. Ms. Ibarra, can you state your name, please?
Elizabeth Ibarra.
Richard Saldivar for the alleged father. Judge, I'm not ready. The jail said they're having their docket today, so there's no computers for him to join right now. Someone announced not ready, Judge. And I don't believe he's been served.
Excuse me, can I say something?
Not yet, ma'am.
Brittany Nalagide with Child Protective Investigations.
All right, Ms. Dominguez, do you have any record as to whether or not Mr. Camacho was served?
I don't, Judge, and he's been in jail the entire time. So let me see if we have any return. I'll ask Ms. Rico.
All right, she's here.
Yeah.
Lydia? Anything back from Mr. Brandon, Mr. Saldivar?
I don't have anything. I'm going to call the clerk right now
Judge,
just to double check.
I just texted him, Judge, and I sent him the Zoom link and I asked him to join, but I haven't heard from him.
And Your Honor, I emailed Mr. Brandon yesterday and he responded. So he knows about the setting.
I think he was trying to get in earlier, but Ms. Greenlee said he was having some technical problems.
That does happen.
Where's Mr. Camacho incarcerated?
I believe it's Kirk County, right? I mean, Uvalde County.
Yeah, Uvalde County Jail, Judge.
All right. This is our first setting, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Saldivar's client is alleged. There's Mr. Brandon. So, do you all have an agreement with Miss Ibarra?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Judge, I'm sorry. The courthouse I'm at has very bad signal, and then my phone kept wanting to restart, and it's a Monday, Judge. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was just talking to the parties on this case. Have you had any discussions with the department or the parents on this Ibarra case?
I think we had an email chain going, Judge, but the last thing I'd indicated was that I was okay with the parents doing services. I think I'd requested what those services would be, but I don't think it went any further than that, Judge.
It didn't.
Okay.
All right. Where are the children placed right now?
With maternal aunt.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We could proceed and not make any orders as to the alleged father today with the mom, but Mr. Saldivar has not even had an opportunity to talk to his client yet. Have you, Mr. Saldivar?
No, Judge, for some reason, they told me to email the booking desk at the jail. I've emailed them about 4 or 5 times. Nobody responds. And when I call, the booking desk transfers me to somebody else. And then they tell me that I need to talk to the booking desk. So I really don't know what's going on over there. I haven't had this many issues with the jail. I know that Miss Aguirre went out there and spoke to the jail, and they said they'd have him for today, but they haven't contacted me, Judge.
Okay. Let me get everybody who's not an attorney or might be giving testimony to raise their right hand, please. Ms. Uvalde, that would include you as well. Do each of you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Uvalde, you were going to say something a moment ago. What was it in reference to?
Oh, no, it was in reference to Dad, but yeah, that was it. Y'all basically just said it right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So we could proceed as to the mother right now and enter that agreement, or we can reset to next week. It doesn't really make a difference to me. I'd rather do it all at once. But if we need to prove up the agreement with Mom today, we can do that.
And I think she's willing to work services. So I don't know if we can get her started on a couple of services that need to be done right away and then just wait for the order.
Ms. Acosta, do you have a preference?
No, Your Honor, whatever's easiest for the court. I've spoken with Ms. Ibarra and she's agreeing to work services with the department. So if there's something that they can get it set up right now and then we come back, I don't think it matters one way or another. I'll be in contact with her.
Okay. Well, I think what we should do, since she's here, is just get that agreement on the record, and then we'll recess and come back and finish up on the 20th. So I won't make any orders today, but I want to get the agreement on the record. So what is the agreement between the department and Ms. Ibarra at this time?
Your Honor, Ms. Ibarra agrees for us to be temporary managing conservator. She also agrees that the placement is safe and she approves of the placement. It is her sister. Ms. Ibarra, if we come to an agreement that we're not going to put the findings that she's conceding, so we'll keep that out. Ms. Ibarra also to do services with the department. We're going to wait for the FTC to get the more substantial services done, but she is going to do an OSAR and a psych evaluation or assessment in the meanwhile. We also agreed that there would not be any child support or medical support until further order of the court. And there will be visitation one time per week for an hour supervised. And I believe that is the gist of the agreement, Your Honor.
I think this might be the jail right now. Hi, is there somebody from the sheriff's office there with Mr. E. Camacho? Hello, this is Judge Falkenberg. Is there somebody there at the sheriff's office with Mr. Camacho?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is it possible to turn on the video camera?
I'm just working on it right now, sir.
Okay, thank you. Is Mr. Camacho there with you already? Sir, at the jail, can you hear me? Hello? All right. Well, now they're gone. Okay. That's the agreement of the parties. Ms. Aguirre, do you believe that this agreement is in the best interest of the child?
Yes, Judge.
You believe that the child is safe at this time?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to reset us to August the 20th at 2:30 to take up the issues as to the father, Mr. Camacho, and then I'll enter my orders at this time. I am going to, as part of that reset order, Ms. Rico, please make sure it includes continuation of the court's emergency order, and I want all the parties to sign it, so let's circulate it. So I'm continuing my emergency order, and I'm recessing this adversary hearing for August 20th, 2024 at 2:30. All right, so Ms. Ibarra, you make sure that you come back at that time on the Zoom link that your attorney gives you, okay? I'm ordering you to appear.
Okay, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, all parties are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any announcements?
Yes, sir. Corinne Dominguez for the department, Your Honor.
Irene Acosta for the respondent mother. She is not present. I'm gonna announce. I'm not really sure what to announce. She did agree to TNC to the department at our last hearing, so I'm gonna announce ready. But I'm gonna continue to reach out to her, Judge.
All right.
Richard Tolliver for the alleged father, Jose Luis Camacho. He should be joining from the jail, Judge. I talked to him earlier. We should have an agreement, but I'd prefer that he be here. I'm gonna, Judge, with your permission, if I can call the jail real quick as well.
That's fine.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, I think we're also missing Mr. Brennan. Is he the ad litem?
You would be correct. We are missing Mr. Brennan.
I'll reach out to him, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, the jail's working to get him on right now.
Thank you.
Judge, can I confer with the attorneys while we're waiting?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, Judge, I apologize. I was taking care of another client matter and I lost track of time.
You in breakout room 1, Mr. Brennan.
Okay, Judge, I don't see the pop-up for it.
You might have to click on it manually because it was already open. Mr. Saldivar, do you need a breakout room with your client?
No, Judge, I think we're ready to go. I talked to him earlier, Judge, so I think we're ready to go.
Okay. Mr. Brennan, if you would go ahead, please, and announce.
Quincy Brandon, child's attorney, present and ready, Judge.
Okay. And then I don't know if you can unmute Mr. Camacho, but if there's somebody that can unmute or you can unmute, I need you to announce your name, please.
Right there.
Yes, sir. If you could state your name for me.
Jose Luis Camacho, Jr.
All right. Did I swear anybody earlier?
What's that?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right. Mr. Camacho, I guess, is Mr. Sherrod Buckner still here? She's on the phone.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
And then Miss Agidi, are you observing or are you going to be giving testimony today? Does anybody know?
Judge, if we have an agreement, I'll just be presenting the agreement, if that's right with the court.
That is, I'm just trying to find out if there's anybody else here that needs to be sworn for any reason pursuant to the agreement. Okay. All right, then do each of you swear or affirm, Mr. Camacho, do each of you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Rod Buckner, you took the oath. Who's the investigator on this that would be giving testimony? Okay, so it is Mr. Agidi. Mr. Agidi, did you take the oath? Okay. So I'm going to ask you a few questions about the agreement. All right, go ahead, Ms. Dominguez. Let me tell you what I have from the last hearing. Might save some time. That there was an agreement with Miss Ibarra that the department would be named a temporary managing conservator. Placement would continue with the mother's sister. There was a 262.013 stipulation. Mother would do services and they would be developed at an FGC. Mom would do an OSAR and a psych. In the meantime, no child support, no medical support until further order of the court, and visitation to be 1 hour a week supervised. Correct?
Yes.
How different or similar is our agreement with Mr. Camacho?
For Mr. Camacho, Your Honor, he is going to serve 8 years. I'm not sure what the crime was, but apparently he just had that rendered. So any services that he can do while incarcerated, we don't know what's going to be available. And I believe he's agreed to the department being temporary managing conservator. The department is going to ask for genetic testing just to be sure that he is the father. He also asked if we could study his sister that is Flores. And I'll ask the department to do that, Your Honor.
What was her first name?
Teresa.
Okay.
And that's the gist of it, Your Honor. We will also suspend child support, medical support until further order of the court, and he is not able to provide any during incarceration. And that is it.
All right. Miss Acosta, were you going to say something a minute ago?
Yes, Your Honor, just including the provision that agreeing to TMC isn't admission of child abuse or neglect of any kind. And also that the current placement, the maternal aunt, continue until agreement of the parties or further order of the court.
Right. That's I stated that, and then the 262.013 stipulation were both in that agreement from last week.
Yes.
So we'll just apply that to the father as well.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Saldivar, that's your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, and again, he just would like his sister studied for placement. Teresa Flores, I believe the department has that information, so it asks for that to be ordered, so this home study can be done on his sister.
All right, Mr. Brennan, is that your understanding of the agreement?
That is my understanding of the agreement, Judge, and I joined the department in the request for DNA testing on the dad at this time, and yeah, that's my understanding.
Okay. Ms. Aguirre, you believe that this agreement is in the best interest of the child or the children? What is the child, excuse me?
Yes, Judge.
All right, and the placement of the child is safe and appropriate and meeting his needs?
Yes, sir.
Is it in his best interest to continue in that placement?
Yes.
All right. And is everything, to your knowledge, that was in your affidavit still true and correct today?
Yes, sir.
And do the parties, this is for the attorneys, do the parties stipulate to the reasonable efforts made in the removal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And Ms. Aguirre, you believe that there was a danger and that this danger required the child to be removed and remaining in the home would be contrary to the welfare of the child, and all reasonable efforts were made to prevent the removal and to return the child home, but that was not possible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you want to add, Mr. Brennan?
No, Judge, I did a Zoom visit with the child yesterday to get an update from placement, saw the kiddo. I spoke with Mr. Saldivar previously at the beginning of the week. He had contact with his client at that point. And I spoke with Ms. Acosta to follow up on what her client's desires were and everything. And I think everything here is in alignment with what the parties want. And I think the placement should continue. The kiddo's done pretty good. He looked like he was happy and healthy. And this time he wasn't shy when I saw him. So it was actually good to see him smile. And I think he's good, Judge.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Camacho, did you hear the agreement that was stated on the record?
Yes, sir.
Did you have the opportunity to discuss it with your attorney?
Yes, I was discussing with him. I also feel like my sister would be good placement for him. She's got a good home.
She's going to be studied. She'll be studied.
Yeah, I just want her to have a fair opportunity to have him placed with her, because
it's part of the agreement that she'll be studied. Do you understand what's expected of you out of this agreement?
Yes.
And do you hang on, Mr. Camacho? Let me just ask you some questions, or this is going to take a lot longer than it needs to take. Do you and you feel like you had an opportunity to discuss this agreement with your attorney, correct?
Yes.
And were you forced into this agreement in any way?
No.
Were you made any promises or inducements to get you to agree to it?
No, sir.
Are you asking the court to approve your agreement today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What question did you have? Was it a legal question, or are you asking for legal advice?
No, I'm asking about the welfare of my son. There was a doctor's visit that Miss Aguirre was supposed to take him to. I was gonna see if I could find out how that went.
All right, you can find that out from your attorney, or I can put y'all in a breakout room. We're not going to talk about it in open court,
Okay.
but I
Yeah.
don't know, Mr. Giddy, can you reach out to Mr. Camacho and let him know?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, is it possible that you could do that today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. If not, I can put you in a breakout room right after this hearing if that would make it easier.
No, sir, I will reach out to him.
Okay. All right then. The court finds that the parents have both been served in this case. Mom, Elizabeth Ibarra, was served personally, made an appearance on August the 14th in open court. And then Mr. Camacho was served in this case and has also appeared here today. He signed a waiver on August the 15th that was filed. Court finds that the agreement of the parties is in the best interest of the child. Court finds that subject to the 262.013 provision, which states that by their agreement, the parents are not conceding any of the allegations. The court will find that there's sufficient evidence to satisfy a person of ordinary prudence and caution that there was a danger to the physical health or safety of the child caused by an act or failure to act of the person entitled to possession, and for the child to remain in the home is contrary to the welfare of the child. The urgent need for protection required the immediate removal of the child, and reasonable efforts consistent with the circumstances and providing for the safety of the child were made to eliminate or prevent the child's removal. And reasonable efforts have been made to enable the child to return home, but there's a substantial risk of continuing danger if the child is returned home. Court finds that the agreement of the parties to name the Department of Family Protective Services / belong as the temporary managing conservator is in the best interest of the child. Court finds that naming the parents as temporary possessory conservators is in the best interest of the child. The court will defer child support and medical support at this time and order the parties to have a family group conference. Anybody that can be there in person is required to be there in person. We'll excuse Mr. Camacho from being there in person due to his incarceration. His attorney may participate virtually. Everybody else needs to be there in person. I'm going to order that there be genetic testing done on Mr. Camacho and a home study be done on Jerissa Flores, his sister, paternal aunt. I'm sorry?
It's Teresa, Your Honor.
Oh, Teresa. I thought you said Jerissa earlier. Teresa Flores. And court orders the child to remain in the home with the the maternal aunt at this time until further order of the court. Services included at this time would be an OSAR by the parents, a psychological, or by the mother. OSAR is psychological by the mother, and then visitation 1 hour per week, supervised. Father's services will be based on what's available to him in his facility and whatever the parties are able to come up with at the family group conference. Next hearing is going to be a status hearing, October 3rd, 2024 at 10 a.m. October 3rd, 2024 at 10 a.m. I have to admonish the parents. The state of Texas gives parents in CPS cases 12 months to demonstrate you can provide a safe, stable, violence, and drug-free home for your child. If you cannot do that within 12 months, your rights to your child are subject to restriction and or termination. Ms. Dominguez, is there anything I failed to address?
No, sir.
Okay, then that'll be the order of the court. Thank you all for your time and your service, Mr. Camacho, good luck to you, sir. And if nothing further, all parties are excused.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. Corinne Dominguez for the department, Your Honor.
Brother Sherrod Buckner, Privacy Specialist of the case.
Christy Cannot, Permanency Supervisor with Belong.
Irene Acosta, attorney for the mother. I'm ready.
Richard Saldivar, attorney for the father, Mr. Camacho. Judge, I believe the jail is on, so I'm ready. Can we just confirm that, Judge?
The jail is here. Is there somebody from the jail that could unmute, please?
Quincy Brandon, attorney for the child, present, ready.
Jill Roden, Tri-County Casa.
Sierra Ibarra, family navigator for the case.
If there's anybody from the Uvalde County Jail, Sheriff's Office there, if you could unmute so we can hear Mr. Camacho, please. Are you expecting your client, Ms. Acosta?
Your Honor, she was present for the family group conference. I have not had contact since the family group conference with her, but I'm ready for the hearing. I don't know whether or not she's going to log in.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Saldivar, I'm not getting anybody from the jail to respond to me. I will take notice that your client is attempting to appear.
Thank you, Judge.
Hopefully they can get that figured out before we're done here. All right, Ms. Sherrod Buckner, we're going to go over your report. Jeremiah at this time is 1, and placement is a relative placement in Uvalde County. Is that placement still safe and appropriate, meeting all of his needs?
Yes, sir.
Is it in his best interest to remain in that placement at this time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And all of his checkups are up to date?
Yes, sir.
Too young for a dental and no medication, correct?
He've already had a dental, because they're supposed to have him at 6 months. Yes, sir.
Okay, the report says it will be scheduled in 6 months, so I wasn't sure if he had it or not.
Yes, sir, he has.
Okay. But he doesn't have any other issues or concerns at this time?
No, sir, he did have a ECI evaluation back in August of 26, which, from that report, he did not qualify for any services.
Okay. And, oh, look, there we go. Now we have Mr. Camacho.
Hello.
Mr. Camacho, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, could you state your name for me, please?
Jose Luis Camacho Jr.
Would you put your right hand up for me, please, sir? You swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, I've already begun testimony. So, Ms. Sherrod Buckner, any other orders or concerns that you have as far as the child is concerned today?
No, sir.
All right. You all held a family group conference?
Yes, sir.
Were both parents able to attend?
No, sir. Just Ms. Ybarra attended, but not Mr. Camacho.
He wasn't able. Did you set up another one for him, or did he not participate at all?
He was not able to be present due to his circumstances, but his attorney was there present.
Okay. Did the mother participate in the creation of her family plan of service?
Yes, sir.
And was the family plan of service for both parents narrowly tailored to address the concerns of the child in the care?
Yes, sir.
All right. And after the plans were created, did the parents have the opportunity to review and sign the plans?
Yes, sir. Ms. Ybarra did, but Mr. Camacho was not able to sign, but I did review it with him and he was able to receive a copy.
So both parents have a copy?
Yes.
Ms. Ivada, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right. Could you state your name for me, please?
Elizabeth Ibarra.
Would you hold up your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm a testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, and if you could, I need you to hold your phone still for me, okay? Just set it down somewhere so that we're not moving all around, okay?
Okay, let me try to set it right here.
All right, thank you. Ms. Sherrod Buckner, do you believe that the family plans of service that were created are in the best interest of the child?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking for the court to make them orders of the court?
Yes, sir.
And were they filed with the court?
Yes, sir.
Court will take judicial notice of the family plans of service being filed with the court. And could you briefly set forth the services that you're asking each parent to do on the family plans of service?
Yes, sir. At this current time for Ms. Shabara, we are asking for her to engage in IOP services. She will be also required to do a psychological evaluation, followed by a psychiatric evaluation, followed by individual counseling, parenting classes, also engaging her parent-child visits by also engaging in random UAs and hair tests.
And for Mr. Camacho?
At this current time, he will be required to complete a psychological, followed by individual counseling and parenting classes.
And have you gone over these services with the parents?
Yes, sir, I have.
Are the parents cooperating?
Yes, sir.
And have they engaged in any services to this point? Or I know Mr. Camacho is probably going to have a more difficult time doing that, but has Miss Ivada?
Yes, sir. At this current time, she has completed her Ozark assessment. She is being scheduled for her psychological. She also has completed random UAs and hair tests. She's also engaging in her parenting classes. We're just waiting for her individual counseling to be set up because when the therapist did call, her phone was off. And then the psychiatric services, which she will have to set up.
Okay. What were the results of the, or are you concerned at all about the results of the drug tests to this point?
Yes, sir. Which I have spoken to Ms. Ybarra, that her hair tests and her UAs were positive. But we've all had the understanding moving forward, if she continued to test positive or those levels continue to increase, we will be recommending inpatient.
Okay. Did you all develop a permanency goal at your family group conference?
Yes, sir.
Was it family reunification?
That is correct.
Do you have a concurrent goal?
Of relative victim kin adoption.
There's no Indian child heritage in this case?
No, sir.
Since our last hearing, has any other family come forward, or is there anybody else that's been studied?
I do believe no other family has besides Mr. Camacho's sister, Ms. Flores, which we did send in a home study for, but since then, no, sir.
And how's that home study going?
We're still waiting to receive the full report back. I have not received any updates since I sent in the preliminary.
Is the current visitation schedule appropriate?
Yes, sir.
Are the visitations themselves appropriate?
At this current time, yes, sir. Ms. Ybarra is aware there are some certain things that she needs to work on, far as decreasing her phone usage during those visits, and then making sure she's being on time for her parent-child visit. But since the last time I've spoken to her, she have done good.
Okay. All right. Last time at the adversary, court didn't order any child support or medical support. Obviously, Mr. Ibarra or Mr. Camacho is still incarcerated. Do you believe that Miss Ibarra's position puts her into a place where she would be able to pay child support at this time, or do you believe it's still in the best interest of the child to defer child support and medical support?
I would have to ask for it to be deferred only because right now she's not in a position.
Okay. Do you believe that all reasonable efforts have been made at this point in time to attempt to return the child home?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe that despite those efforts, it's still in child's best interest to remain in the temporary managing conservatorship of the department?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And as of today, has either parent fully addressed the concerns that brought the child into care?
No, sir.
And as of today, would it be safe to return the child to either parent?
Not at this current time, no, sir.
Ms. Dominguez, questions for Ms. Sherrod Buckner?
Your Honor, just one. Ma'am, an assessment was done on a family member, isn't that right?
What?
An assessment?
Miss, hang on, Miss Ibarra. Miss Sherrod Buckner is testifying right now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that home study has been done on the maternal sister. That we just, I do believe it has been eval this morning for the home study.
Do you know the results of that home study?
It was appropriate. We did go ahead and approve that home study.
Okay, so we're pending a home study on a different relative?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Camacho's sister, Miss Flores.
Okay. Nothing further, Judge. I just wanted clarification on assessments.
Ms. Acosta?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Sherrod Buckner, what services has the mother begun so far?
Just her parenting classes.
Okay, and she did complete an OSAR, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, have all of the referrals been sent out for her services?
Yes.
Okay, and just to clarify, the OSAR initially did recommend inpatient, correct?
Yes.
But Belong and OSAR are willing to allow Ms. Ibarra the chance to complete outpatient?
Yes.
Okay, and so her not going to inpatient isn't a violation of her service plan, correct?
Not at this current time, no, ma'am.
Okay. The home study that was recently accepted, that's for the aunt that also has other siblings of this child, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So there's no plan to move the child from this placement at the current time, correct?
Not at the current time, unless all parties agree to move this child.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Saldivar?
Yes. Will Mr. Camacho be moving jails soon?
Yes. He don't know the time frame though.
Okay. Once he's moved, can you follow up with the jail to see if there's any services that he can complete there?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay. And you said that he does have a copy of his service plan?
Yes, he just wasn't able to sign it because they wouldn't give him the pen.
Okay. And has he given any names for family members for placement?
Just his sister, Miss Flores.
Okay. Has she been contacted?
Yes, and a preliminary has been completed and submitted.
Okay, perfect. Any other concerns for Mr. Camacho at this time?
No, sir.
Pass the witness, Judge.
Mr. Brandon?
I don't have any questions, Judge.
Anything else from the department?
No, sir.
Anybody else have any other witnesses or evidence they want to present?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Brennan,
I just
how are
have a-
you? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Judge. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's fine.
I just have a report for the court. That's all I was going to say.
Go ahead.
Okay. Kiddo's doing good. Based on the testimony today, as well as the status of the parents, I think it's in his best interest to stay TMC and remain where he's at. Placement didn't report any new illnesses or anything like that. Everything's going solid, so I think they're taking real good care of him, and I would say that, or I would recommend that he stay where he's at, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Roden?
Yes, sir. We've been able to see Jeremiah in the home. He is there with his siblings. He appears very comfortable. The caregiver has everything that she needs for him. And as you heard in the testimony, he's up to date on his medical, dental, ECI, didn't recommend any ongoing services. When I spoke with the Aunt Missy Barr, the caregiver, she indicated she already has a kinship worker. It's the kinship worker that she worked with previously. So things seem to be, working out well for Jeremiah right now. So we would just ask the same that everybody else is, that he remain in his current placement and that you continue and improve that while the parents work their service plan.
Okay, thank you. For the purposes of the status hearing, the court finds that the permanency goal at this time is family reunification with a concurrent goal of relative fictive kin adoption. Court finds there's no Indian child heritage in this suit. Court finds that the placement in it's Uvalde County, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. Uvalde County placement is safe, appropriate, meeting the needs of the child, in the child's best interest to continue. Court finds that the child is up to date on all checkups and has an ECI evaluation where there were no qualifications. Court finds the current visitation plan is appropriate. There are no requested changes to the visitation plan. Court finds that the parties held a family group conference and developed family plans of service that were narrowly tailored to address the concerns that brought the child into care. Court finds that the mother participated in the family plan creation. The father was not able to, although his attorney was present. Court finds that the plan has been presented to both parents. The mother has had the opportunity to review and sign. Father has had the opportunity to review. Both of them have a copy of their family plan of service. Both parents are cooperating at this time. Court finds that mom has begun to engage in services at this time. Court finds that the home study on Jerissa Flores is still pending at this time. I'm just going to order the belong to make sure that the parties have that information available as soon as it is so that everybody knows what's going on. And I'm going to order that the child not be moved without agreement of the parties or order of the court. Court finds that belong has made reasonable efforts at this time, but to include the family group conference, family plans of service, a home study, referrals, but despite those reasonable efforts, the parents still have not addressed all the concerns. It's still not safe to return the child home to either parent, and it's in the best interest of the child to remain in the temporary management conservatorship of the department / belong. We'll be back for our initial permanency hearing December 5th, 2024 at 10 a.m. It's December 5th, 2024 at 10 a.m. That's going to be about halfway through the case. So Miss Ibarra, make sure you continue to do things and engage and move along because you don't want to get to that halfway point and be behind. And Mr. Camacho, I know that you're limited in what you can do.
Yes, sir.
But just continue to reach out for resources and do whatever you can.
Yes, sir.
I have to admonish both the parents of the state of Texas gives parents in CPS cases 12 months to demonstrate that you can provide a safe, stable, violence, and drug-free home for your child. In the event you cannot do so, your rights to your child are subject to restriction and or termination. Ms. Dominguez, is there anything I failed to address?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you all for your time and your service. Good luck to you parents. And if there's nothing further, all parties are excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.